Hit subscribe, y'all, because it's free. Hit subscribe, y'all, because it's free for me. Hit subscribe, y'all, because it's free. Hit subscribe, y'all, because it's free to see. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Tabs Glasses. If you have been here before, you already know what time it is. If you have not been here before, I'm going to need you to give me a like, a comment, and a subscribe if you like the content. I have a lot of content, so I'm pretty sure you're going to find something that you like, okay? So just let me know. Like I said, you can always think. So I'm pretty sure that you can find something that you like. Like I said, my bad, y'all, because I had to send baby away for a second to get this video off real quick. You can also comment and let me know different things that you want to talk about. If you have a certain type. Okay, let me see, babe. If you have something that you want to, talk about, or if you got any good ideas or whatever about content, just let me know. Because a lot of times, I'm just going off of stuff that I be seeing on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I don't be on that much. Just different, just different topics that I just randomly just stumble upon. And sometimes I'll wait till Friday to make my videos. Lately, I have been waiting till Friday, but these days, kids is out of school. So in the morning time, it's I might get a chance to do it. I might not get a chance to do it. So sometimes I just have to just wait until I can actually get a chance to do it, because I was posting every Friday because the kids out of school. I'm on a break and stuff like that too. I'll share about that later. I kind of already did though. With that being said, I'm gonna just get right into it, okay? So hold on, y'all. All right, so yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna get right into it. Like I said, a lot of my content, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It was something I did want to talk to y'all about, with the missing kid that Nolan, I believe. I'm gonna make sure I get it correct. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. My bad, y'all. Like I was saying, so a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, I be like I said, I find videos. I was gonna do a video about the missing kid with the missing the missing black boy on the boat with his friends, but that topic is really deep. It's a lot going on. For some reason, I just don't want to even really get into that. I don't have all the details. Like I said, I'll just see something on Twitter, or like maybe one of my other podcasts, they'll be posting stuff, and then I'll just go off of that, and I just state my opinion, because it's my channel, so I'm gonna have my opinion. But today I also want to talk about Young Miami too, and the fact that she's getting awards. She's getting her glow on and stuff like that, and it seemed like people on some weird shit. I was going to talk about that too, but I'm not going to do that today. Today I want to talk about something that I just seen. So I'm scrolling on Twitter. I'm on Twitter a lot, and I be on TikTok. I was on TikTok live the other night, y'all, and when I say I had a good time, I had a good fucking time. For 2 nights in a row, busted, sipping my little drink, having a good time. So I'm on Twitter, and I see that Blueface, he streams on, I believe it's Kick or Twitch. It's one or the other. I am not a reporter. I'm just stating my opinion. I don't have all the facts. I'm going off what I've seen, and I'm going to give y'all my opinion. Like I said, it's a lot of content. You might or might not want to hear about it, but this is how I feel. This is what I wanted to say. So, Carlissa had did an interview with one of the podcasts that I watch, and it was a good interview. She basically was just talking about why her son acts the way he acts. She actually did an interview with someone that works on TMZ, and she was a really, really good interviewer. All right, so she did an interview with someone from TMZ that works for TMZ. I haven't seen TMZ in a long time, so it was a new girl that was doing an interview with her and stuff like that, aggravating, blowing shit, right? Can't even I'm over here yelling and screaming because I'm trying to do my damn video before they damn. My bad, y'all. Excuse me. So she did an interview with hold on. Let me get a little sip of this water, because Lord Jesus, I'm literally hollering at the kids as I take the pause the video for a second, because they acting a fucking fool, and I'm trying to tell them to shut up. I'm trying to do something right now. Anyway, if you know, you know. So she was basically just talking about her life and how she moves, how she maneuvers, how she is the person that she is, as a mother, as a grandmother. They ask, TMZ gonna be messy. They want to get all the tea. They're gonna be asking questions like, what baby mother do you kind of get along with the most? Which one you don't really like? How was it with you and Chrisean? You know, do you like Jayden? And she basically said, you know, she was there for a while with Jayden because Jayden was around for a while, even though we didn't really know too much about that because they had a show and all that. Neither here or there. Blueface does a stream. He's with Nevaeh. Now, if you follow him in the store or if you even see anything about it, good job, baby. Come get on the bed. If you are following the story a little bit, Blueface, it was after he got out of jail. Sit down, honey, because I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory. Sit right there, baby. After he gets out of jail, he basically says he's not dealing with Chrisean right like that. There's a lot of people that he kind of cut off because of the simple fact that they didn't really treat him how he felt like he deserved to be treated. He also felt like people didn't really hold him down like that. I'm not going to say narcissist right off the bat, but I'm going to just, you know what I'm saying. He basically felt like, okay, you know, I was in a place I needed help or whatever the case may be. Nobody was there for me and stuff like that. So when he comes out of jail, he starts messing with this girl named Nevaeh. Now, Nevaeh, I believe she was pregnant and had the baby. I think so. But then he posted a stream and he's with another girl. And if you guys remember too, he was with Hazel Lee. And I think I did a video about that. This is my thing. He does a stream with it, so it's him, Nevaeh, his main chick that lives there. And the mother comes on, Carlissa, she comes on. Now, this is not really so much about, you know, him. This video is something else, okay? So as I'm watching the stream, I didn't really see the whole stream. I only seen clips of it. Now, she's going back and forth with Blueface, basically saying, you know, I'm your mom, and, you know, you shouldn't be acting the way you're acting because of anything that had to do with me. And he's like, yeah, but that's the reason why I am how I am, because I seen this, and I seen you acting, you know, a certain way, and I seen you dealing with trauma with guys or being, you know, violent with other guys, and y'all back in the same bed, and X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. So basically, they playing a blame game with each other. And Nevaeh just sitting here like this. She don't want to hear the shit. She probably did, but I also feel like, this is my opinion, like I said, I also feel like maybe that situation maybe came upon because people were like dragging him on social media, saying that basically he on some bullshit. He got the girl living at home with him. But let's be real, Blueface gonna be who Blueface gonna be. We said this plenty of many times. If you follow, even when he was dating Chrisean, because I did a lot of videos about him and Chrisean on my other page that got, you know, took down. Well, it wasn't took down, but it's messed up. It's still up there, but I don't upload up there anymore. So basically, he's basically saying, you know, I'm like this because how you made me, or I'm like this because of what, you know, what I seen growing up and stuff like that. She's also saying, you know, you haven't really seen me really be violent with anybody. You know, me and your dad had problems and we fought and stuff like that, and maybe one other guy or whatever. But I have had male friends and stuff like that I've been cool with, and you've never seen no issues. This is my thing. I understand that Twitch and that Kick and that all that streaming. I know that's the wave these days. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is trying to stream. A lot of people, that's what they're doing. They streaming. This is how they making their money. You know what I'm saying? Because they up there all day and stuff like that. I understand that. I understand people want to see content. I understand people want to be a part of, you know, the streamer world or whatever like that. And I understand you gotta make your back. So I'm not knocking that. My whole thing is, and this is my opinion, once again, like I said, my whole thing is, at the end of the day, I understand that as a mother, they good, baby? That's good. I understand that sometimes as a mother, you gotta do what you gotta do. She got chips. Can I get one?
Yes.
Let me get one. Thanks, baby. I understand as a mother, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not saying that she's right. I'm not saying that the situations that she put him in were completely correct. But we gotta really be real here, okay? Because people be like scared to really be on some honest shit. People be out here faking the funk. Let's be real for let's be real for a minute on some real shit. A lot of these households, a lot of black families, a lot of white families, a lot of Indian, a lot of Asian, a lot of African, a lot of Jamaican, a lot of Haitian, it's every race. a lot of people deal with a lot of trauma within families growing up because, for one, a lot of times people are stepping into a space where they are not really prepared to be a parent. And when I say prepared, I mean, yeah, you fucking, you having a good time. Yeah, y'all create a baby. But somewhere along the line, you don't really understand the real full responsibilities. Me and my baby father were just talking about that the other day. Sometimes you don't even really understand the responsibilities when it comes to life and living and actually raising a child. Because it's all fun when you got the baby and, oh my God, he's so cute. And that's all fun when that baby start growing up and you got to provide and you got to be there. I'm pretty sure a lot of people done seen videos of moms crying and breaking down and going through this because it's really hard out here. So I'm not knocking her at all. Not even close. I'm not going to knock Blueface either because I do get it. Some kids, everybody process things differently. Some kids might have seen trauma as a child and they might, take it and when they get older, they don't even know what we're dealing with. A lot of us don't even find ourselves till we in our 30s and 40s. 1 second, okay? A lot of us don't even find ourselves till we are in our 30s or 40s. And I mean that with the highest regard. They see it, baby. So when it comes to that, and some of us find ourselves early, too. I'm not saying everybody. It's not for everybody. I'm saying some of us. Because a lot of shit that we think we know in our 20s, and when we say we don't know shit, we just think we know. And we don't be knowing nothing. The word ain't even hit you yet. So a lot of us, we deal with stuff, like I said, we deal with it on a whole different level. And that's why I say I don't blame Blueface either for feeling how he feel and for being upset at the fact that his mom put him through, or not, I'm not going to say put him through or created childhood trauma. But I will say all this is a trickle-down effect. I'm a mom. I have you. I want and I need to provide for you. I want to keep my household intact. I want to keep my family together. So it's a lot of women out here that can, if you being honest, that will stay with a man just because they want their kids to see two parents in the house. And a lot of these parents or families are, give me a second. A lot of these parents and families, sometimes these women be miserable. We might, hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. So we gotta take it, we can even take it a step back farther. You know what I'm saying? Grandma and grandpa, they stayed together. And yeah, it might have been real love back in the day or whatever like that. But they had, they stood together. But I seen it, I think I'm sorry, y'all. I just had shit. I'm seeing a video of a lady. She shot her husband that she was with for many years. A lot of women and men, mainly women, because sometimes y'all be scared. I'm saying y'all because everybody's not the same. But a lot of women, sometimes I'm gonna say we, because I'm a woman too. No. A lot of women are scared. They're scared to be alone. They're scared to be alone, or they're scared that, me breaking up with this and that, and it's gonna break my child. And this is sometimes being apart and being happy and healthy is more healthier for the children or the child. A lot of times, I don't knock nobody for being with someone and they didn't work out. That's all right. Because so many of women have stayed with their, kid's father, got married. He outside doing what he want to do. Or she outside doing what she want to do. Nobody's really happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not blaming Blueface, like I said, again, for witnessing certain things. And fulfilling how you... I'm not blaming him at all. I understand. I get it. But the stream, this is the part that bothers me, because the stream, y'all are streaming this, and I understand mixed for good content, but in our reality, it's screaming family therapy. I think they had a show on VH1 or something like that, and they had couples therapy. I think it's needed, and a lot of times, and I seen a lot of the comments too. They were saying like, she's not taking accountability. She's not. Accepting, the fact that, because she even made a comment like, First she said, I didn't need your help. He's like, well, what you want me to do? What did you want me to do? And she's like, I don't need your help. Every woman is different. Not saying that a 9 or 3-year-old should be jumping on anybody while your mom is fighting. But at the end of the day, a lot of people go through this. A lot of children witness this. And we're going to call a spade a spade. I'm not saying everybody. But some people do witness this. And they and the kids, you know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is. Because that's what they seen growing up. And I'm not saying that everybody is perfect or not perfect. But I feel like if they go to therapy, I feel like everything will be okay. Because there's a lot of things they haven't talked about. As we get older, we just put all that shit in the back of our mind. Oh, whatever it is, I'm grown. But when you have your own kids, your own family, and you have your own life, and life is not like, because nobody really know, you don't really know where you're going. You just going with the wind and, you know, trying to be better. Some people, you know, come into themselves, like I said, when they get older. A lot of times, we just go with the flow. And we don't even really know, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, damn, I had a little trauma when I was a kid, you know? Or, damn, I was kind of fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Until you really do the self-work. That's why people were like, they wouldn't come like, yeah, she need to have, she needs to be ashamed of herself. They were ripping her new asshole, and I felt so bad because as a mother, I understand. I get it. I'm not saying she was right. I'm not taking no sides. But like I said, in my opinion, I understand that sometimes in relationships, especially as a young mother or as a mother in general, as being a freaking mom, it's not always going to be easy. You're going to meet some guys, you're going to come across some guys, whether they're your kid's father or not, that is really there for you, really rock with you, and then you're going to come across something that ain't. And then you're going to come across something that you probably thought was this way and not that way, and now y'all fighting and doing all this other stuff, and it's like, damn. But not realizing, I have kids and all of that. And like I said, nobody perfect. Sometimes it takes a while to mature and evolve and grow up. So when I seen that little clip of them going back and forth, it just seemed like it's a lot of unhealed trauma. And I'm not saying that, once again, that she was right or he was right. But what I will say is, at the end of the day, as a mother, she didn't let her kids go to diapers. She didn't go, you know, I'm pretty sure they wasn't really starving and hungry like that. It's okay, baby. Even if they was, it's some days it's gonna be rougher than others. As a mother, she kept a roof over their head. You don't never hear Blueface say, oh, yeah, we was homeless and we ain't have nothing. And you never hear him talk about that. But you want to get on this stream and embarrass her and make it seem like, oh my God, she was such a bad mom and you had me. Don't do that. The way that you treat women is the way you treat women, because that's the way that you want to treat women, because you think that you got some type of whatever you got going on. I don't know what kind of dick he's swinging and what he be telling these girls and all, and I get it. It is what it is, because some of us are dumb like that. But babe, that's not what we're going to do. We're not going to blame it on mom. We're not going to blame it on mom all the way. Yeah, she playing. She wants y'all to see she playing the game. We're not going to do that. You never hear Blueface talk about that. You hear all these other rappers, and she even said that in the interview. She said he was in the suburbs. She said that we was kind of like in the suburbs. You don't hear him. You hear these other rappers say, yo, we was struggling. Some days we ain't eat. Some days it was fucked up. We ain't had no Christmas. You never hear Blueface talk about that ever. So with that being said, that right there is a perfect example to say she wasn't that bad of a mother. She just met some guys and dealt with some stuff, and he's seen it. But don't use that against her and say, oh, that's the reason why I am the way I am, because you weren't a good mother. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not going to hold y'all. I just want to say that because I did see that stream, and that shit was good. The little bit I did see, because she was ripping him like, no. Like, don't do that. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day.